Okay, I've got a bit of a weird day today with, regular life things happening for the bulk of it, but I've got a little bit of time this morning and then more time in the evening. And so I think the thing to do this morning is throw on the 2 towers and build a bunch of these little freaks. Yeah, and coffee. Always coffee. Okay, now I've got 18 of these little weirdos to paint. Do I think I'm gonna get them all done today? Probably not, but I'm gonna give her the old college try. Wow, the Canadian came out there. Give her. Just gonna give her, bud. Anyways, I think because I'm painting these guys in a more stripped back, kind of basic way than I normally do, maybe, just maybe, I can paint more than a couple of them at once. Maybe. Normally, my version of batch painting is doing like 2 minis at a time. But my thinking here is that because all of this is like really low stress, low focus, kind of easy mode painting, maybe I can do a bunch at any given point. For instance, I've got 6 scouts with bows, and so maybe I can do all 6 of those at once and speed things along a bit. Give it a shot at least, and the worst thing that happens is I don't actually like it, and then I just go back to doing a couple at a time. The reason I'm confident, or not confident at all, but the reason I think I can paint so many of them in such short order is because most of it is washes. So like before I do anything else, I'm taking this voodoo shade and just smashing it across all the flesh. And I'm really not being even remotely careful with the application of this wash. These guys are generally just kind of grungy looking, and in any place where this wash would meet up with any other color, there's going to be another wash, and so it'll just look a bit darker and grungier and just really lean into that sort of vibe that we're going for. And although the first wash, that voodoo shade, is probably still wet, I'm just immediately going to go back in with this grimdark shadow on the areas like the cloak and the hair. Now that those washes are dry, I'll first do some very quick highlights with Ruddy Terra on the skin. This isn't very detailed highlighting, and I'm not spending very long on any one model. Just making sure to hit some of the highlights of the flesh to make it read as red-ish. Well, I didn't mind using this actual metallic paint, heavy metal, when I did the first 2 of these freaks, so I'm gonna use it again. So while I'm definitely keeping this metallic paint off of the areas I don't want to be metal, I'm not particularly careful about getting a complete sort of opaque layer or getting it everywhere into all the nooks and crannies. Because the next step is going to involve rust, and that will cover all of the lazy painting here. Recently, there's been a lot of talk, again, about playing with painted models, particularly within some subsets of the so-called 28 community. And I'll just say this, that I don't care if you have painted models. Let's play games and have fun. Of course, I do think you'll have more fun if you play with painted models, which is why I'm always showcasing different ways, different levels of painting that you could do to do that. So really what it comes down to is I can't imagine turning someone away from a game just because they don't have painted models. And while I'd much rather see everyone have painted models, because ultimately I do think they'll have more fun with the painted models, shaming them into doing it is not the way to get it done. Now that all the metals have been metalliced, yeah, I'm sticking with that. It's time to rust them up. And now last time I did this grim rust and then I put a wash over top of it. Pretty sure it was Grimdark Shadow. So now this time, I'm thinking I'm just gonna mix them on the palette and then slop it on like a wash. Well, good news, that looks at least as good as the two-step process I did the first time, so big win there as far as time savings. Now the last thing to do, just to add a little more pop, is some very, very minor highlights with the brightest silver I've got. Yeah, I did in fact hyperfocus and paint all 18 of them. Do I regret that? No, but that's why you're probably gonna see this a day later than I sort of anticipated, because I'm gonna prioritize sleep tonight and go to bed rather than editing. Now the good news here is that I've got 20 of these orcs already painted this week, which means that with a couple of heroes, I'm already ready to play a game. And that feels pretty damn good. I'm really loving all of these sculpts. And I've been looking at more Lord of the Rings stuff online, so expect to see quite a bit of this in the future. Most importantly though, thank you so much for watching. You are awesome. And I'll see you, probably not tomorrow, I think this is coming out on a Friday, whatever. I'll see you soon. Big leg workout today, and I have to go back upstairs to get out of my teeny tiny studio, so I think I just live here now.